but it's all so heavy, and I don't think that let me hold. Dry your eyes, love is always easy on the other side. You're never gonna get it right unless you try to learn to be alone sometimes. In this game of love and crooked lines, you gave it all you had to give. Now you live with it. It doesn't matter what they say. Just move on. Just move on. Dry your eyes. Love is always easy on the other side. You're never gonna get it right unless you try to learn to be alone sometimes. Dry your eyes. Love is always easy on the other side. You're never gonna get it right unless you try to learn to be alone sometimes. In this game of love and crooked lines.
We met when we were in college. Annie was in a band with my roommate, and Nick walked around without a shirt on in the dorms all the time. So I met the two of them first, and then years later, after we graduated and I moved back to Boston and wanted to start a band, I contacted them, and Adam just started showing up everywhere. And
That's how you do it.
That's how we met.
That's how I started working in the president's office.
We couldn't get rid of him.
What music are we influenced by? A wide variety of things.
Very wide variety.
My influences a lot come from like Butch Walker and Wilco, Elliott Smith, Bright Eyes.
I mostly listen to metal and Japanese pop music.
I thought it was Korean.
Korean also, Korean pop music. But yeah, I mean also
Lady Gaga.
Lady Gaga. I listen to a lot of Lady Gaga.
I grew up, listening to a lot of indie rock and pop rock, like Death Cab and the Weaker Thans and all that stuff. But I also, growing up as a bass player, was influenced by a lot of like funk music, oddly enough, and like, the old P-funk stuff. So I guess that comes through a little bit.
For me, it's important ones are the Beatles, and Steely Dan, of course. You can hear a lot of that. Frank Sinatra, you can hear a lot of that in our music. And then more normal stuff, indie rock bands like Into It, Over It, and then older emo bands before the name emo got co-opted. So like Casket Lottery, Get Up Kids, Saves a Day, that kind of stuff. The stuff I listened to in high school, and then was too afraid to listen to anything else after that. So I kind of listened to what I listened to in high school.
Yeah.
Completely
I
understand.
peaked.
I saw my picture on a wall. I stopped, I stared, I watched it fall. 'Cause I'm not who I used to be. A little taller now, my features all filled out, and I just drink and say it's getting late and I don't want to be alone. She's looking at me and I want to take her home. These are the things that I believe, but what I'm told, now I'm letting go. I know, I know, I know, I know. It's like a hurricane in my head, and I went spinning, now left for dead. I can't find my way to me. I work this 9 to 5, I can just to survive, but I never feel alive. It's getting late and I don't want to be alone. She's looking at me and I want to take her home. These are the things that I believe, but what I'm told, now I'm letting go. I know, I know, I know, I know. It's getting late and I don't want to be alone. She's looking at me and I want to take her home. These are the things that I believe, but what I'm told, now I'm letting go. I know, I know, I know, I know. It's getting late, I don't want to be alone. She's looking at me and I want to take her home. Some things that I believe, but what I'm told, now I'm letting go. I know, I know, I know, I know. Oh!
I tend to write stuff that I know and feel
And drink.
and drink. Yeah. And sometimes I feel sad, so I write sad songs. And I mean, there's a lot of myself in the lyrics, and I think it's really great to, you know, I guess I get passionate about it, and I think one of the best parts is that there's 3 people, you know, kind of supporting me that are just as passionate about it as I am, and I think that comes through in the parts that they write and the way they play the songs, and so if there's any special meaning behind it, it's that.
Who are they?
Yeah. Let's go with that. That works.
No, that was awesome. Going off of that, what's the writing process like? Is it just you, Doug, writing them, or do all of you contribute to the lyrics, or?
Our writing process has definitely evolved as the band has evolved in the last couple of years, and it's very collaborative. I do, I'd say 99% of the lyrics, and most of the melody work. But we've all started to really come to the table with, I might show up at practice and Nick will be like, hey, check out this riff I've been working on, and he'll start playing it, and then Annie will start playing along to it, and then Adam will start playing along to it, and then I'm really bad at guitar, so I just kind of don't do anything. And then
You said just pretend.
I just pretend. And I just wait for them to tell me what the chord progression is, and then I still don't do anything. And I mean, other times, I work on a lot of stuff on my acoustic at home, and I might bring like a verse and a chorus to the band, and we'll just kind of start fleshing it out and write parts from there. And sometimes they're like, I don't know about that chord progression, or why don't we try this chord here? And it takes a lot of the weight off of my shoulders, because I tried to just do a lot of like straight songwriting for a long time, and I'm never of the opinion that all of my ideas are the best ideas, so it's really helpful to have a lot of support, and these guys have good ideas. I usually like the chord progressions that Adam writes on his drums the best, though.
World class. I learned from the best. I didn't learn from the best.
What kind of message do we want our fans to get when they listen to our music?
Rock and roll.
It's okay to be sad.
Yeah.
No idea.
We just want people to feel something.
Yeah.
Feelings. Yeah.
You know.
I think that was one of the reasons I started writing songs. Was I remember being in like those really super fun, not awkward at all middle school, high school years, and it was always like particular songs that I would just kind of connect with on a really personal level, and felt like that person knew what I was going through, and that I wasn't like completely alone. And I think that if one person hears one of our songs and is able to connect on some level and feel something, then that's kind of worth it. We had a girl came up to me after one of our shows at Brighton Music Hall once and told me that she had just moved to Boston from Colorado and had left her boyfriend behind, and when she heard us play Dancing with Earthquakes, it like made her cry, and it just made her she felt all of that sort of distance between relationships and getting through that, and that just kind of reminded me of why I started writing songs in the first place, and made like all of our long hours and disagreements and paying for tolls and small coins all worth it. So.
And I think it goes deeper than the lyrics too. I think.
No, it ends with the lyrics.
Well done. I think as a band, like we write dynamically with like high energy, and we have fun playing what we play. We have fun writing everything that we do, and I think for anybody who might be a musician listening to it, like that's what I'd like them to get out of it, is to understand that like getting a listener to feel your music has like so much to do with the composition of it, and I think that if you see us play, you can see that we have a ton of fun doing what we do, and that's kind of what makes it worth it for me.
Whiskey neat, here's to cap the streams. The day has become a demon, and my eyes just want to sleep. Though I know I am not alone, with this bottle and my TV always on. Autumn breeze swallows the northeast. My body wilts and I come the leaves. Shorter days make for lonely nights, but there is just enough light to get me by. Times are tough living here inside my head. Here's a toast of full hearts and empty beds. Sleep it off, the scene is gone when I wake up and I'm out of love. Here we go! I am selfish, I am weak, self-indulgent, masochistic, self-inflicting, that's to say. Come on now, everybody, eyes on me. Listen up, look around, cause this is how the bottom sounds. Times are tough, living here inside my head. Here's a toast of full hearts and empty beds. Sleep it off, the scene is gone when I wake up and I'm out in love. Times are tough living here inside my head. Here's a toast of full hearts and empty beds. Sleep it off, the scene is gone when I wake up and I'm out of love. Times are tough living here inside my head. Here's a toast of full hearts and empty beds. Sleep it off, the scene is gone when I wake up and I'm out of love. Whiskey neat, here's to cap the streams. The days become a demon.
Where's our favorite place to play?
Loaded question.
Oh, yeah, we're supposed to answer.
Yeah, we're
Well-
supposed to repeat the question in French and then give the
Oh,
answer.
yeah. I'd say the paradise and the practice space. Because, like, playing the practice space is, like, it's, like, no pressure. And
Yeah.
so, you know, the paradise playing to
1,000
over 1,000 people, and the practice space playing the 3 people I hate. That's my answer.
Cool.
So who are the 3 people that come to our practices? Because you love us so much.
Goku wish. Oh, don't touch me! Don't touch me!
Sinclair is pretty great.
Sinclair is pretty awesome too. Paradise. The first time we got to play the Paradise, I remember they asked what kind of beer we wanted, and we're really used to like getting like $1 off of drinks for a night, or like 2 free drink tickets, and they asked us what kind of beer we wanted, and we told them, and then they put a case of it in our refrigerator. So every time we play the Paradise, we keep 1 beer from the Paradise, and we don't open it until the next time we play the Paradise.
And then we drink that
and then we-
disgusting
we
flag.
drink it. It tastes like
right before we go
tastes
on
like
stage
victory.
and jump around.
Yeah.
Vomit everywhere.
That's awesome. So another tradition or
It's just
superstition
something
kind of.
weird.
It's just something
It's
weird.
just a weirdo.
Yeah.
It's the first thing.
For some reason, we were driving somewhere. We were like out somewhere to promote a show in Worcester, and we stopped at Newberry Comics. And for some reason, we bought a Jesus H Christ springy bobbly thing, and we stuck it to the roof of the van, so he hangs upside down. And every time we drive through a yellow light, we smack Jesus.
Jesus is my co-pilot.
Jesus,
take
take
the
the
Jesus is
wheel.
my
My co-pilot. Oh man.
Nice. That's a unique one.
Yeah.
Just offended the entire Christian audience.
Well, it's Emerson. You're probably fine. All right.
Austin is like kind of the place to be right now. New York is increasingly less friendly to musicians and artists.
And super competitive.
LA really sucks.
And
It's a
super
play.
competitive.
Period. Like that scene is so weird and contrived and competitive.
In
Definitely.
the wrong way though.
Yeah. Boston over the last 3 years has just grown into this amazing, like, supportive entity, and I don't really want to be anywhere else right now.
Oh my God, I think I'm falling, feel my feet off the ground. Listen closely and I swear you hear my heart pound. We were perfect lying underneath the main sky, or I smile in your endless screen eyes. In that moment when I leaned for another kiss, I knew that you were something special I was gonna miss. The ocean waltzing back and forth with the coastline. We both know this is borrowed time, and so you turned to me and said, I feel like I'm in heaven, so let's go anywhere but home. I don't know which road's my dear, but I don't really care. We're invincible. Super green as I'm driving over state lines, and over no word for word I'm singing maritime. Boston breaks and I'm breathing in the skyline. Hearing my kids, you know it's not the last time. In the morning when I didn't want to let you go, although I know your heart belongs to San Francisco, you best believe that I'll be coming to the left coast to do it all again, to do it all again. Turn to me and say, I feel like I'm in heaven, so let's go anywhere but home. I don't know which road's not here, but I don't really care. We're invincible. Go anywhere but home. I don't know which road's not here, but I don't really care. We're invincible. I fell for you like rain, like an empire, like a king. What was I to do? Oh, I fell for you like rain, and I thought you felt the same. What was I to do? So let's go anywhere but home. I don't know which road's my dear, but I don't really care. We're invincible. Go anywhere but home. I don't know which road's my dear, but I don't really care. We're invincible. Go anywhere but home. I don't know which road's my dear, but I don't really care. We're invincible.
Where did the name The Field Effect come from? That's a question I'm not allowed to answer, so I will default to everybody else.
It's a type of transistor. I could get into, instead of using an actual P or N junction in between the opposite, it uses a field effect, which is basically an energy field that comes from the power supply.
And
of the
this
transistor.
is why I make up elaborate stories that are completely false about where our name came
I
from.
mean, it kind of makes sense. It's an energy field, and we're
So instead
we're
of
an
the
energetic-
N being in between the two P's, it's like a one P type with an N type on the top,
What does
And
peace stand
it-
for?
Nobody
Positive.
cares about the end of peace, though.
That's what.
It's
That's
the
what
energy
I.
field that's important.
Right,
So,
it's
so
the
you guys
energy
are an
field.
energy field.
We're
An
breaking
energy
up.
field.